Hello again. Welcome to another edition of the Front Row Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's. I'm Norm Waymer. This is Big John Milkowski. This is, what's his face?
Welcome.
Marty Benton. One and only. Mr. Know-It-All.
They broke the mold.
We need the Bullwinkle clip.
Yeah. I could do that.
And if you're too young to know what that was, just look it up.
Yeah, you can Google it. It doesn't take long now. Everything's at your fingertips.
No, it does not. All right, we're going to get to a whole bunch of NFL coming up here in a little bit. But once again, baseball.
The evil empire's back, spending money like drunken sailors.
Well, I think we can agree collusion is not happening.
Not currently, not with pitchers.
Not with
yes.
these guys.
Yeah, but it's not with those.
And you can say you hate agents, but they're doing their job right now, which is representing their clients to get.
There's only one.
Loads of yes.
Wasn't it last year that Arenado got $30 million a year?
Yeah.
And they're already shopping him. Well, they're listening to offers.
Well, I heard people these last couple of years bitching about the Pujols contract.
Garrett Cole, 9 years,
324.
324. Yes.
It's doing okay.
He's going to be 38 years old by the time that contract's over.
He won't pitch those whole night. I mean, if he does, he'll walk out there and lob toss 4 balls and then go sit in the dugout.
It's more than $1 million a start.
Doesn't matter, because if you're the Yankees and you can pay $300 million to get one World Series, that's worth it to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Because they've got money coming out the wazoo.
Well, I looked that up too. Their working capital's about $700 million a year.
They're doing okay.
Yeah.
Team's worth $4.3 billion according to Forbes.
Yeah, it's not going to break them. It's not like they're going to be struggling to pay the bills now.
I mean, that would be 5% of their spendable revenue.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that big a deal.
No.
If you're the Yankees.
Not to them.
No. Oh, but if you're
On
the
the other
mid-market,
end of the
yes.
scale, if you're the Marlins,
Twins, Royals.
because that's going to be about half their payroll if it was the Marlins.
Yeah. Half. That'll be about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because their revenue after expenses is about $70 million, so
There you
compared
go.
to $700 million for the Yankees.
Apparently, baseball's doing just fine
Yep.
for 10 teams.
Because everybody always goes, "Oh, I can't believe that he's going to make that kind of money." Yeah, well, if he is, how much is the team making?
Doing just fine.
Yep.
You saw the movie The Great White Hype, right?
Yes.
He said, "If I'm going to make $50 million, how much you making?" Well, at least we know the Tigers won't wade into something like this.
Yeah.
Well, they would have, but Miggy's still signed.
Well, earlier in the week, they were asked, Alex Avila, the general manager, was asked about Jonathan Villar, who was with Baltimore and was run through waivers, and they didn't claim him. And he would have went for, I think, $8 million,
Yeah.
8.5, something like that. They have a gaping hole at second base. And Avila said, "We have other priorities."
Like not spending $8 million.
Apparently, winning is not one of those.
Correct.
What other priorities are there?
I've heard him wading into a bunch of backup catchers.
Well, but that's what he was most of his career, so he's got an affinity for backup catchers.
No, that's
that's
what
his
his son is.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't even sign
He's
his
got an
son.
affinity for backup catchers.
But he didn't even
is what
sign his son. His son went up to Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, where would you play? One place you're going to not have a chance of
Winning,
getting a
and the
ring,
other
and
place
the
you
other
have a
place
chance.
you have somewhat of a chance.
Of getting a ring, or at least being in meaningful
Well.
games after Memorial Day? Because there's a big difference.
There's a good shot you win the division at least.
But that's several steps from a ring.
Well, once you're in the playoffs, though.
Anything can happen
Well.
once you get in the playoffs. Look at what Washington did.
They weren't exactly little sisters of the poor. I'm just saying.
But they were in the wild card game. They were losing in the wild card game.
I understand. But not little sisters of
They
the
were
poor.
a couple of innings from being knocked out in the very first game. Well, obviously they're a good team. They won the World Series.
I just meant their payroll was just fine, even though they let what's-his-name go. It was still just fine.
Well, and you can argue whether that was a good move or not.
Strasburg and
Strasburg's
Scherzer.
back. Rendon's
right.
gone. But they might go after Donaldson, so.
Strasburg and Scherzer, I mean, there's a little money tied up there.
Yeah.
Well,
And by the way, they didn't sign Zimmerman, but the Tigers did, so there you go. There's how that worked out.
yeah, Tigers get Zimmerman.
Can we agree that's the
Washington
worst free
got-
agent signing in Tigers history
Washington
now?
got
Because you
Scherzer.
argued with me for a while
Oh,
on
there's
that.
plenty of them, though.
But that's the worst. It's
is
certainly
plenty
the
of 'em.
biggest dollar fail.
Oh, your biggest dollar, yes.
Well, the dollar figure is always the latest one.
I understand, but it's a pretty epic fail.
Nobody's arguing that.
Okay, all right.
I mean, there's been a long list of rotten free agent signings.
Bill Belichick had nothing to do with it, though. It was all an accident.
To go from Mike Pelfrey to Mike Moore to, you can go back.
Tyson
There's all,
Ross.
all kinds of them.
Yeah.
And some you don't even have to go back that far.
Any Brandon Inge contract?
I mean, we're done picking on Brandon Inge.
All right,
I didn't like
but-
everybody picking on Brandon Inge.
Hey, he hasn't been around for
I'm sure he was a nice
5
guy,
years.
but at 192, he wasn't that good at defense.
Didn't have 192.
I don't felt like it.
He was an all-star one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means you had two good
Got
months.
in the home run derby.
I mean, how does that
Did he
look?
have one?
He didn't hit any home
I
runs.
was going to say, how does that look when you held it up to the test of time and what actually happened?
not-
Pretty silly.
It's not like you were keeping somebody more deserving on the bench, okay?
All right,
I mean,
fair
there's
enough.
35 all-stars per league. It's not like, you're going to have some duds every year.
Correct.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of an early timeout when we come back. Then we'll get into some NFL, and Marty has a dream. We'll explain. Coming back from our Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
It's a nightmare.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Win with Ralphie's starting lineup. Get 10 of the biggest and best wings for only $5.65 starting at $9. Try our double cheeseburger with fresh hand-cut fries for just $7.99. Score a 5-count domestic iced bucket for $11 every day. And get 25 wings for $18.75.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Are you hungry? Of course you are. Want pizza? Yeah, you do. And there's no better place to go for hot, fresh pizza than Mike's Pizza and More. From pizza and wings to subs and salads, Mike's has everything you need to provide the family dinner tonight. Whether it's carry-out or delivery, our family-owned business has been happily serving the Holland area for years. And with our new location, we now proudly serve the Oregon area. Should you call Mike's Pizza and More right now? Yeah, you should.
It's a big month for Powerbomb Wrestling here in Toledo. Coming up in December on the 28th, Saturday from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. It's the all-ages pro wrestling fantasy camp where you get to find out what it's like to be a professional wrestler. It costs just $40, and you'll get a ticket to the next day's event, December Decadence, Sunday, December the 29th at St. Clemens Hall. It's a huge weekend for Powerbomb Wrestling. Don't forget, gifts for Christmas. Back we are for our Roundtable show presented by these guys right here. Holidays.
Plenty of time to get your gift
You gotta
certificates.
get your gift certificates.
Dad does not want another tie. Get him a gift
Nobody
certificate.
ever goes, ooh, free food at a restaurant. No, I don't want that.
No, everyone's fine with that.
For every $25 gift certificate, too, they throw another $5 gift certificate on top of it. So
Get a
it's
bonus.
like eating
Free-
at a discount.
Free money.
Everybody will love it. All right. You want to get to your dream?
No, I do not.
You brought this up because I haven't seen this anywhere.
Oh,
so
it was all over this week, and it was driving me crazy.
I mean,
'cause
unless I don't listen to the garbage.
this was
radio
this
talk
was
shows.
on more than the garbage. This was on this was a lot on the garbage, but it spilled over into more than just the garbage. Because sometimes a rotten, stinking pile of garbage smells so bad that even in your nice house, you have to smell it. And that's what happened when the Urban Meyer to the Cowboys for their next coach to replace Jason Garrett thing came around. And I thought, that's got to be the worst idea I've ever heard.
Well, first of all, you're assuming Jerry Jones is going to fire Garrett.
I think I'm comfortable assuming that relationship's going to end
Yeah,
at the end of the
I
season.
think at this point he's pretty well set up.
We said that how many times?
Plus, they're going to lose again this week. They're going to lose tomorrow.
They're tied for first in the division.
How long ago was it I said the Rams game was going to determine who got to get whooped by either the Frisco or Seattle in the first? I mean, that road's been clear for several weeks now. That a mediocre 8-8 or 7-9 team is going to get whooped at home in the first round of the playoffs by the NFC West runner-up. That we can carve that in now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they'll get to do it at home.
Right, so
that'll be
Jerry
even
makes
worse.
a lot of money to host another one and done in the playoffs. Fantastic.
You've said this how many times? I swear.
And it happens pretty much every year.
This is like Linus in the pumpkin patch waiting for the great pumpkin to come.
The only difference is this pumpkin is on time.
Well,
You can count on this pumpkin.
Urban Meyer's a great pumpkin, I guess.
It's nice that Urban Meyer is being mentioned for every job opening that comes up.
Well, who else is there?
It's not for me to decide.
I'm saying, how many other great coaches are hanging around out there?
Bill Cowher.
Okay, you've named one.
Nah, he's never coming back.
Well, I didn't know there was a minimum on this. You
Well,
just said name another one, so I did.
Fine. Okay, there you go. 2, and he hasn't expressed any interest, and Urban flirts with everyone. Every coaching job's like a cute girl, and Urban can't keep himself from
What
flirting.
evidence do you have that Urban's flirting?
Because when you ask someone and they say
Did you actually do that?
yes, I did. Seriously, because anytime he's asked about these things, he gives an Urban-type answer, which is a total non-answer, which doesn't end it, which means you're flirting. Because if you say, well, I haven't really thought about that, but it's an interesting idea, that means, hey, call me, and if you throw enough money at it, I'm interested. That's what that means. In coach speak, you either say absolutely not, or you're flirting.
Does it
Please
matter?
help me
Does
here.
it matter
Well,
if
even
you
if
say
you say
absolutely not or not?
you're still interested, even if you say
But at least if you publicly say absolutely not, you're not flirting in front of the camera. Because when you say, I don't want that job,
Well,
because that's pretty much what he does verbally every time someone asks him about a job.
He came straight out on Colin Cowherd's show a couple weeks ago and said if the Cowboys called, you got to take the call.
Yeah, it's one of those jobs you got to take the call.
I mean, he flat out said that. And then Jerry Jones flat out said, yeah, I'd be interested in talking to him. So, I mean, the flirting at this point isn't even like.
That's like what 2 of your friends are going, he says she's hot, she says he's hot. Okay, well, let's get them together.
Billy Beane took the call from the Red Sox. He didn't go.
No, and then he did for a
But
couple
he didn't
days.
take the job.
No.
He took the call because
Yeah.
it's the Red Sox. All he said was
He's a coaching addict.
All
He's
he
not going
said
to do
was-
commentary for. Come on, John, please, let's help our friend Norm here. He's not sitting in the booth much longer because
No.
the itch is back, the headaches are gone for a minute, and he's going to go back and try his hand at something else. It's just a question of where.
Somebody on Twitter posted a picture of him at the Ohio State-Michigan game on the sidelines because he was there for the Fox pregame show. And he's down on his hands and knees staring out at the field, just like he did when he was coaching. He wants to get back out there, and he was thinking the same thing.
That part I respect. He's not done, and I got it. So scratch the itch.
Well,
you
just
don't
don't
know if
scratch.
he's done or not.
Just don't
I
scratch
can't-
it in Dallas.
I can't say I
Go
respect
scratch
the
it.
whole
would
Go
he
scratch
like to
it
be
at
coaching?
USC.
I'm sure he'd like to be coaching.
Well, that's the other thing. Why do you think it took USC 4 days before they finally said, we're bringing Clay Helton back? I'm sure they were checking in with Urban or other people before. I mean,
Yes,
I'm not sure they're done with that
and
either.
did he end up there at USC? No, he didn't.
no,
Yet.
Because
Currently-
everybody was going,
They
he's
didn't
going to
give
go to
Helton-
USC.
They
I've
didn't
been
give
hearing that for
Helton
a
an
year.
extension. They just haven't fired him yet.
Yeah.
Those are apples and oranges.
I've heard that for a year. Did he go? No, he didn't.
well,
What did we do last week? Let's just move on. This conversation's
No,
exhausting.
we just have to go over the games first.
Fine.
The picks come in next segment.
Fine.
Is this your first time on the show?
Yes.
First time sober?
Absolutely. I haven't had a cocktail tonight, and there it is.
That's the problem right
Yep,
there.
yep.
Marty keeps going, what did we do? How did we do last week? How did we do? Because he's in first, so. Yeah. 7, 6, and 2. I was 7-6-2. John was 8-5-2.
Woo!
There are actually two pushes. One being Detroit and Minnesota. Spread was 13. And I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay. That was the other one.
Can we agree that Baker Mayfield just needs to get himself a PR person and
I thought we were going to start with the Thursday night game from last week.
Why?
Which one was
Dallas
that?
and Chicago. How did the Bears get 31?
How do you drive a 9-minute drive and hand the ball to Zeke a bunch and control the clock and basically shove him around the field, and then the next time out and the next time out after that basically throw it around on first and second down and then take him out for 2 quarters, and by the time you wake up and scratch your head, you're down a zillion and then have to play scramble ball to come. It's so dysfunctional, and they didn't look like they wanted to play after the first. Like the first series, they were excited, and then it was like, never mind. I don't even understand what's going on down there.
Well, your offensive coordinator's
12.
30 years old.
13.
You know, it never even been a position coach. He went from being a backup one year to being an offensive coordinator the next year.
I'm pretty sure his voice still squeaks. I can't prove this, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, you look at him on the sideline, he does.
I don't know. I don't know how you can do that. How you can just
because he's trying to get cute instead of doing. What's the number one rule in football? Run it till they stop it.
No, I mean,
how many times have you been at a game and you know the coach is over there going, hey, they can't stop that. Just run it again. Every third play, run that.
I don't know how Jerry Jones brings in somebody who's never even been around a position. Been around a coaching staff.
Wait, do you? Back to our last segment. Do you not know what it takes to coach in Dallas? You have to go, oh, Mr. Jones, you are the smartest, most bestest owner ever. You're the genius GM. Like you have to bow at the altar of Jerry, and then you get jobs. The minute you stand up and do something on your own, you're persona non grata.
So you're asking why an inexperienced general manager and an inexperienced owner would hire an inexperienced coach?
Oh, he's not an
They're
experienced owner and general manager. He's been around for 30 years.
Egomaniacs. They're not
Did he
inexperienced
have one before
anymore.
that? No. Has he been trained for the job? No.
He's been a GM for 30 years. That's experience.
So you can put a frog in the classroom for 30 years too. Doesn't mean he's going to be able to read.
Well, he would be experienced. He did have lots of bad experiences. What does practice make? It does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So he's very experienced at permanently stinking.
All right, on that note, let's take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll go over the games for Week 15. It's from a Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
Win with Ralphie's starting lineup. Get 10 of the biggest and best wings for only $5.65 starting at $9. Try our double cheeseburger with fresh hand-cut fries for just $7.99. Score a 5-count domestic iced bucket for $11 every day. Now get your Ralphie's delivered to you with DoorDash.
Bring yourself to Ralphie's. Yeah, it's that good.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
It's a big month for Powerbomb Wrestling here in Toledo, coming up in December. On the 28th, Saturday from 2 to 6 in the afternoon, it's the all-ages pro wrestling fantasy camp where you get to find out what it's like to be a professional wrestler. It'll cost just $40, and you'll get a ticket to the next day's event, December Decadence, Sunday, December the 29th at St. Clemens Hall. It's a huge weekend for Powerbomb Wrestling. Don't forget, gifts for Christmas. Welcome back from our Roundtable show presented by Ralphie's. You get an attaboy for sticking around for 3 segments today. All right, Marty made me give the last week's results. Yes, Marty's at 94, 79, and 4. John's 6 games back at 88, 85, and 4. I'm still a game under because I'm 2 behind John. All right, the Thursday night game was the Jets at Baltimore, which I'm sure was not like Super Bowl 3. So I'm just saying.
I don't know if Lamar didn't play, it could have been like Super Bowl 3.
All right, locally Sunday, 1 o'clock. There's only one game, and that's on Fox. 6 and 7, Tampa Bay at 3, 9 and 1, Detroit. The Lions have lost 6 in a row. Tampa Bay is a 3.5-point favorite.
Aren't we lucky in Northwest Ohio?
Jameis has got a bum finger. I want the under. Wait, who's the favorite?
Tampa Bay by 3.5.
I'm going to take the Lions because they're only going to lose by a field goal.
Give me Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go with the 0.5 point. Tampa Bay's playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to take Tampa Bay too. Seattle is at Carolina. Seattle favored by 6.
Carolina. No, never mind. Give me Seattle because Carolina mailed
Seattle. Yep, Carolina's phoned it in. Their tents are folded. It's don't get hurt time.
Yep. Ron Rivera's gone, they said.
New England, who lost at home last week, 10 and 3 at 1 and 12 Cincinnati. 9.5 points.
They had the cameras, so they've got Cincinnati's number because they know the plays.
Yeah,
so.
because you had to cheat to beat the Bengals.
Correct. Well, but when you cheat pathologically, you cheat all the time. So right, they don't know it. It doesn't matter. They cheat all the time. But I'm going to take the cheaters. Cheaters to cover.
I just give me Cincinnati. That New England offense just can't.
It's awful.
Score.
All right, I'm taking New England.
It was nice to see the refs job New England for a change, so that was really
yes,
nice.
They did.
7 and 6 Chicago at 10 and 3 Green Bay. Green Bay favored by 4.5. Weather should be fine.
Green Bay.
Chicago.
Right.
Mitch Trubisky and the read option, huh?
Yeah.
I'm taking Chicago as well. I think 4.5 is too much. The Bears are on a roll. Look what they did last week.
Against a really bad football team.
Why? They're leading their division.
Come on. Someone has to.
That's time for their lead.
Someone
They're going to be a playoff team.
Someone, yes.
5 and 8 Denver at 9 and 4 Kansas City. The Chiefs by 9.5.
Chiefs.
Denver in the points.
Last week was a Denver anomaly.
I got
Drew Lock's been.
to go
impressive.
Denver in the points. They're at 9.5. I think they're baiting you. 3 and 10 Miami at 2 and 11 New York Giants.
Ooh.
The Giants are favored by 3.5.
That's the Eli factor. Eli's going to cover again. Eli in the points.
Oh boy, give me Miami in the points. But two bad teams take the points.
I know. I took the Giants. 8 and 5 Houston. 8 and 5 Tennessee for first place in the AFC South. Tennessee favored by 3.
Marcus Mariota's career officially is gone.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah.
you say? Ryan Tannehill went ahead and put the nail in that coffin. I'm going to take Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, give me Tennessee.
All right. I'm taking Houston.
Okay.
6 and 7 Philadelphia, tied for the lead in the NFC East. At 3 and 10 Washington.
Who just got eliminated from the playoffs at 3 and 10.
Philadelphia favored by 4.5.
I'm going to take Washington in the points because Philly can't score.
Yeah, give me Washington in the points.
All right, I'll take Philadelphia.
Philadelphia has 0
4
offensive
o'clock,
weapons.
CBS. CBS has the doubleheader this week. 6 and 7 Cleveland at 3, 9 and 1 Arizona. Cleveland by 2.5.
Arizona in the points. I can't. Cleveland's
It's
just
at Cleveland,
dysfunctional.
No, it's at Arizona.
Oh, I want Arizona in the points then. Yeah. I'm going to take the home team because that's how awful this game is.
Okay, this is the reverse thing I'm going to work on here, so I'm going to take Cleveland.
Okay. I got it.
Okay. The Fox game is at 4 o'clock. Well, Fox has a doubleheader, right? So it's CBS. It's not. It's Fox. 8-5 Rams, 6 and 7 Dallas. Rams favored by 1.
Wow.
I can't believe it's not more than that.
Give me the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking Dallas.
And then Dallas has
They
to beat
figured out
Philly.
Todd Gurley.
Dallas beats Philly and has the tiebreaker in every which way because, yeah.
Yep.
never mind.
6 and 9 Jacksonville, or 4 and 9 Jacksonville, 6 and 7 Oakland. The Raiders by 6.5 in their final game in Oakland.
He throws that in there to bait us into taking the Raiders.
And will this game even finish with the black hole tearing the stadium apart to get a souvenir?
No, I'm taking Jacksonville in the points.
I'm taking the Raiders.
All right. I'll take Jacksonville too. 6.5 too much. 9 and 4 Minnesota at 5 and 8 LA Chargers. Minnesota by 2.5.
I'm gonna take Minnesota.
I want the Chargers in the points.
It's only 2.5 though. If it was 4.5, I'd take the points, but 2.5, I'm gonna take Minnesota. I think they win by a field goal.
I think Minnesota's banged up. I'll
And I
take the
got
Chargers.
Austin Eckler in the playoffs last week, so I'm still mad at the Chargers for that.
I'm still going in mine.
Yeah, I'm done.
4-9 Atlanta at 11-2 San Francisco. The Niners by 11.
I'll take Atlanta on the points.
Yeah,
It's too many.
Atlanta's playing pretty well.
They must like that coach and trying to save his job after it was. Talk about a guy that resurrected.
All right, we're all taking Atlanta. Sunday night game right here on NBC 24. 9-4 Buffalo at 8-5 Pittsburgh. The Steelers favored by 2.
Wow.
Duck to Deontay. Duck to Deontay. Steelers. I'm going with the battle of the backups.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
Have we agreed on anything?
I think just that
Two
last,
games.
that Atlanta San Francisco.
I'm taking
So if
Pittsburgh.
you're taping this, you don't want to bet on that. Never mind.
Monday night, ESPN. 6-7 Indianapolis at 10-3 New Orleans. The Saints by 9.
Too many. Saints will win. Indy. I'll take the Indy in the points.
No, I'll take the Saints.
And I will take the Saints as well.
Okay. There'll be some movement this week.
I picked Indianapolis before. Well, you said that last week, and we didn't agree on anything last week, and we basically ended up being the same.
We were all about 500. So.
So the only 2 games we agreed on was Seattle giving 6 at Carolina, and Atlanta getting 11 at San Francisco.
What last week? The ones we agreed on. Did we at least get those right?
Oh, probably not. Baltimore, Buffalo. Yeah, we all took Baltimore. Got that right.
All right.
We all took Washington over Green Bay. Got that right.
See?
Wow.
So there's a genius here. If we all agree,
We all,
now
we
now
all
Ron's
took
on.
San Francisco over New Orleans. Got that right. And we all took Seattle over the Rams and got that wrong. But that's 3 and
3 out of
1.
4 isn't. 3 out of 4 will make you some cash.
Yeah.
There it is.
Depending how you spread it out. If you're in Vegas or if you're in Indiana
Or Michigan pretty
Pennsylvania.
soon.
Or you have a phone. It's not that hard.
Well, you do.
What? Have a phone?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You were getting some wonderful calls last week.
Knock it off. Hey, listen. All I'm saying is, Grubhub yourself some food if you're in that state, because you were a little rambly. It was a lot. There was a lot there to chew on.
All right. See that down at the bottom of the screen? We're selling that more. So, for not that much. So, get a hold of me on social media and see if we can set something up. All I want for Christmas is some sponsors.
There you go.
All right, for John, Marty, I'm Norm. Saturday Night Live next. We'll see you next week. It's Front Row Roundtable Show presented by Ralphie's.